Hi, here's a tutorial for Ding Dong Merrily on High. When we did this the last time, I realized I did it way too fast. So we're going to do this tempo, half note. So in other words, 2 beats to the measure with that kind of a time signature. And this makes it stately. We're going to say Merrily. We're going to close right to the end G's, all right. Ding dong, Merrily on high. Merrily, Merrily. This is the IPA for that. Me, that E is eh. This is the I as in it, and this I is really the E sound. Merrily, Merrily. So we're all the British. No breath. Hem the bells and get rid of the R. Tenuto, ringing. So stress this, not accented, just a little extra pressure. And then we're going to see this at the end of every phrase, this poco decrescendo. Poco means a little. And tenor basses, you come in on the bottom of the page. And your forte, vedeli. That should be one of those capital I's, sorry. And no breath. Flip the R in ribbon or trill it is ribbon. But it's gotta get out of the way, so we're to the vowel, the I vowel on the beat. With angels singing, and again, tenuto on the first syllable and slight taper. Poco decrescendo, a little decrescendo. Sopranos and altos take over at the top of the next page. We should do as Chris recommends and write in that we're forte. We've left forte on the previous page, so we're forte. And so we're going to sing Claudia, Claudia. Sopranos and altos, you want to stagger breathing so that we don't know who's, what's going on, and drop the dot. Cla da 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 da. If you need to, you can actually say cla da 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 lightly to help you articulate that. If we hear it, then I'll have maybe only half of the choir do it, but it'll help articulate those eighth notes. Basses and tenors. Notice breath, 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 no breath. Bottom of page 4, first measure breath, and then everybody, no breath. Do not clip the final syllable of Gloria. Gloria Hosanna. Just carry it right on in. We will pronounce the H like in English, but make sure you're saying Hosanna, not Hosanna. And this is een. Eggshell, eggshell, that's the IPA symbols, and a poco decrescendo. And this time, we're a little less, mezzo forte, and similar breathing. Breath, 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 no breath. Middle of page 5, bass and tenor, breath, no breath. Hosanna in excelsis. And again, that little poco decrescendo, a little bit of a taper. So, the glockenspiel. Now, rather than turn the page, the glockenspiel has a part here. Actually, I should write in some of these little dudes like that to remind me that there's another line. But be ready, because we're coming in right at the top of the next page. Mezzo forte. Get rid of your R. Remember, close to the N immediately. Ding dong, ding dong. But no breath in soprano alto. Breath in the bass and tenor at the end of the second bar. Again, we want that accent or the stress on the first syllable and taper away. Tenors and basses do this all in one breath. Ding, dong, ding, 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 dong. You, of course, will take a breath because you've got to rest. Remember, this is E-O, E-O, E-O. And let's take a breath here, tenors and basses. This is bottom of a 6, second measure. Take a breath. Everybody's going to take a breath after the 4th measure. Again, that little poco, decrescendo, and stress of the syllable, first syllable. And again, clo, da 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 da. Basses and tenors again, you're going to breathe each bar. No breath here. And no breath at the bottom page. For everybody. Taper and stress the second syllable of excelsis. Now we're less. Last time we sang a loud verse and followed by a slightly quieter verse. Then this next time it's a quieter verse followed by an even quieter verse. Excuse me. It'll be no breath, staggered breathing in the sopranos and altos, basses and tenors. Again, the same pattern, breath. Chew, excuse me. Breath, breath, no breath, breath, and everybody, no breath, down at the bottom of page 8. Stress, shell, and back away. Top of the next page, you don't sing. Be a little slow down here, a little rallentando, but be ready to come right in. And we're forte. And flip the R's wherever possible. Notice the rhythms are different. Yours, prelude, dutifully prime, and this is prelude, dutifully prime. So hang on that note. No breath here. No breath here. Get rid of the R in your matin chime. E-ringers. That you need that R, but minimize it. Stress ring. Back away for the second syllable. Get rid of the R. Poco decrescendo. Everybody take a breath. We're now at the top of page 10. Reminder that you're forte. And again, this displaced rhythm. May you beautifully rhyme, but yours is may you beautifully rhyme. So no breath, no breath. Stress, sing, back away, and get rid of the R in singers. Bottom of the page. The tenor bass rhythm is different. It's augmentation. So, you're getting sopranos and altos, no audible breath, stagger breathing. Don't breathe when your neighbor does, but basses and tenors. Gloria, Gloria. That's what that's going to feel like, as opposed to Gloria, as it did on the previous page. So don't rush. But breathe after the second bar and after the fourth. Top of the page. New rhythm again. If I take all of it, it's Gloria, 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 and so forth. Then we get down to the bottom of page 11. Everybody's forte. Still this augmented rhythm, basses and tenors. Breathe after the second bar and the fourth. Top of page 12. Breathe after the first bar, tenor bass, but nobody breathes in the second. and again our stress and taper. Now we start mezzo piano, and here's a place where you should draw in a crescendo, because crescendo poco a poco it gets ignored. Basses, you're going to breathe here at the end of page 12. We're mezzo forte now. You should be up to mezzo forte by here, sopranos and altos. No breath here, but I do want you to breathe there. This is page 13, top system, second measure. So no breath from the first bar to the second, but shorten this so you can get in beauty of the earth. Crescendo clear up to forte, no breath. Of course, you're going to be staggering, breathing. Just a reminder that it's Hosanna in, and clear up to double forte. Sopranos, don't need a lot of you up there on that high A, but if you've got it, go ahead and flaunt it. Otherwise, just sing the low A, which would be Allison, which will be unison with the altos. And this marking just reminds me that I'm going to be at 1, 2. Oops, slipped my camera slipped out of my hand. So crescendoing clear to fortissimo, and we're in unison, and let's all cut off together on the second beat. Remember, I'm beating this in 2, so it's going. This is a tricky rhythm, can be a tricky rhythm. Sana in excelsis. Excelsis. Thank you.